The Tier 4 ACE locomotives is part of a commitment that we've had at Lake State Railway to get greener as we go. We all know that freight railroads are the most green way in order to ship any logistics across country. With that being said, we started out with our slug project, which obviously reduced emissions considerably. Then we started with getting Tier 0 Plus locomotives that were higher horsepower, SD70Ms, that replaced several GP40s that were non-regulated engines. And then the next and last final step that we have done is 2 years ago we started the process of looking at Tier 4 emission standard locomotives. These locomotives were completely reworked as new locomotives by Progress Rail, with the engines completely being removed, main generators, and pretty much torn down to the frame and brought back up. And they are like new for us, and we are seeing great results with these, with adhesion attraction that is taking the place of additional SD70Ms that are DC locomotives. Now that we have the AC, we're able to put on several of our trains one locomotive versus two, so that has cut our emissions significantly. Lake State is kind of like a large funnel from north to south. As it funnels down from the northern part of the state, everything meets at Saginaw and funnels down to our main interchange partner, which is CSX, on the south end of the railroad, which eventually ends up all the way at Walbridge, Ohio. With that being said, our heavier traffic's on the south end, so it's mostly general merchandise trains that we're seeing these locomotives going to be in service for. They'll be working around the Flint, Michigan area quite a bit. We are running them strictly in that area because that's kind of the higher emission zone area, and one of the three will be in Saginaw pretty much daily, running between Flint and Midland. But the other three will see most of their work in the Flint area and Flint on south. In addition to the AC traction, these are the 1010J engine, which has been in Progress Rail, has been developing since their first release, I believe, in 2015. And they have worked through a lot of bugs on this engine, but they finally have got this thing fine-tuned, done a lot of research, and we feel like it's the next generation of what we know as the 710 and the 645 engine. Obviously, they have to go with the 4-cycle in order to get the tier emissions, so they needed a solid block. And this block seems to be real easy to work on with individual components that change out fairly easily. The neat thing about Lake State Railway is Progress Rail is supplying us with the training to, as far as I know, be the first shop to strictly do our own work. We're going to be the first to actually try to take these on 100% ourselves, and we look forward to succeeding with that and showing that these locomotives are viable for other railroads out there that needing Tier 4 high horsepower locomotives with AC traction.